Alright, what's going on, you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel, and in this video I want to give you guys my current take on Inovio stock, considering they absolutely popped off today. I'm sure you guys are already aware of this if you're watching this video, plus I have a Robinhood mirror for you guys right in front of us. But Inovio stock was up over 40% today following some great news that they released in regard to funding from the US government. So we will touch on an article covering that. We'll also look at the charts from a bird's eye view level on Robinhood quickly, and then after that we will dive into the chart you can see in the back. I have Inovio open on TradingView, get a little more technical there, and I'll let you guys know what I'm thinking in terms of price action for the near to midterm future. All right, if you guys have been following the channel, so stoked to see this. We have been talking about Inovio and this vaccine sector a lot lately. I was very bullish on the sector going into this week, considering the COVID cases in the US are going up so significantly as states are beginning to reopen. So this is definitely playing in our favor. Obviously, Inovio's price action today was driven by this news, but it's great to see this. It's great to see some of the things that we've been predicting come to fruition. So we will cover this today, and yeah, I'm just excited to look over this with you guys. All right, so before we get into it, I will ask you guys to please give the video a like if you do gain value from it, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Greatly appreciate it. All right, so as you can see, again, got good old Robinhood mirrored on for you guys in front of us. We'll just take a very brief look at the weekly, monthly time frames. All right, so Inovio, again, up 41% today, down 2% after hours. Honestly, doesn't make a dent in the price action progress that it had today, but up about 40% today, so great day. On the week, we were up 54%. Okay, so even prior to this, Inovio is looking very strong. If you watch some of my previous analyses, we have been talking about how Inovio's charts has just been looking so stable, so solid, and been ready to break out. And again, this news was just the catalyst for that breakout from the technical side. All right, so on the monthly, we're up 48%. Again, the vaccine sector as a whole has seen a lot of ups and downs over the past few months. It's a very hype-driven market. There's a lot of shiny objects in the space, and you guys have to remember that about this market as a whole. Shiny objects kind of run this market right now, which definitely is another both fundamental and technical reason that I'm bullish on Inovio, and I think it will climb higher, is because people are drawn to shiny objects. All right, and Inovio up 40% today. A lot of people are going to realize that. Even later in the day or after the market closes, a lot of traders are going to realize that, oh, this company Inovio had some great news, moved up 40%. I want to get in on that. It's very rare you see like a one-trick pony and you see something jump up 40% and then significantly fall the next day. It does happen, obviously, but that the majority of the time you will see 2 consecutive days of good price action. So tomorrow I expect Inovio to do well, and again, I've been bullish on the sector for a long time. And Inovio, from a fundamental perspective, I like what they're doing. I like their DNA technology. And yeah, that said, let's close out Robinhood and we will get into this article. Okay, so close that out and let's cover this article covering that price, what led to the price action today. Okay, so this is an article from Fierce Pharma. It is titled "Inovio Advancing COVID-19 Shot Scores DoD Deal to Scale Up Needless Vaccine Devices." All right, not going to read this whole article for you guys, but I will read a few highlighted parts of it that I highlighted, obviously. Way back in January, Inovio was among the first group to get involved in COVID-19 vaccine research under a $9 million grant from the Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovations. Now that the company has advanced to human testing, it's also scored a much larger contract from the U.S. government for delivery devices. The U.S. Department of Defense, the DoD, inked a $71 million supply deal with the Pennsylvania biotech to manufacture devices that use electrical pulses to deliver the company's vaccines into the skin. The biotech's vaccine candidate entered human testing in April, and the company plans to report results from that study this month. All right, so you guys, this is a pretty cool looking device. I've actually never seen a device that looks like this, but this is Inovio's the device that is used to deliver the vaccines. All right, so it's a cool looking device. Let's read on. The new device runs on AA batteries and can function reliably in challenging environments, the biotech says, which can be beneficial during pandemics when vaccine demand is extremely high, and in some countries where health systems and supply chains are underdeveloped. All right, so again, that's the beauty of this product right here, that it delivers efficiency. All right, it's efficient, it's handheld, it's portable, it's easy, that you like third world countries like Africa, India, whatnot, you can get this into very underdeveloped areas where obviously you still need this vaccine. Okay, so that's very powerful that they are releasing something like this onto the market. They are doing good for the world as well as their stock. All right, so the contract further supports Inovio's large-scale production of devices and a raise to deliver potentially hundreds of millions of doses of INO 4800 next year to combat the global COVID-19 pandemic, Inovio CEO Joseph Kim said in a statement. All right, so this is the news that led to the 40% bump today in price action. A very good news, like a direct line of funding from the Department of Defense. You have a direct line, you're in good status with the U.S. government. When the government is printing trillions of dollars and has so much capital to push towards this movement, that's a good place to be. All right, so it's very, and plus, like this is the first I've heard in regard to any of these vaccine companies that have actually been funded for the delivery device. So that's good, kind of like gold, like buy the shovels, buy the miners, don't buy the gold. So I really like that about Inovio, very, very promising. So that is the news, the general news that led to the price action today. And let's get straight into that, all right? So as you can see here, Inovio has been following this trajectory for a while now. I will let you guys know what this line is up here because I think that's very important. Okay, and it actually perfectly coincides with this upper line of resistance that we're kind of following. This is a very inconsistent line of resistance. Okay, but it is following this direct trend going up technically. Okay, so as you can see here, again, we had this first spike back in March, kind of when there was that initial hype from COVID and all these companies started popping up, announcing that they were working on vaccines. And today is actually the first time since that initial hit over 3 months ago that we broke that high of $19 that it set back in March. Okay, so that is extremely significant. It broke its previous high. It is now technically broken out, and it is again, it is now playing into this. I expect this upper line of resistance to come into play now. And I expect Inovio to hit let's see exactly. So if this follows suit exactly, nothing ever follows exactly. Always remember that, you guys. This is also just my opinion. None of this could absolutely tank tomorrow. This could not play out. This is just what I think. Okay, so keep that in mind. But again, we saw so much volume on Inovio today, the most since that initial pop back in March a few months ago. It has cleared its previous high, and I expect Inovio to hit $30 personally, and trust me, you guys, my money is on this. I expect Inovio to hit about $30 by early July. Okay, give or take a few days. Nothing's ever exact, but I do think over time Inovio will hit $30 and once again test this line of resistance. All right, and the big reason, again, this is a kind of a weak line of resistance. It's kind of a weak trend line in my eyes, but the big thing that really kind of backs that belief and makes me believe that almost in the first place and be convinced of that is if we look at the historicals. All right, so let's go to all time on Inovio. We're on the weekly chart. It's going to look a little crazier. Okay, so again, you guys, it's always good, no matter what stock you're looking at, what you're trading, to look at the historicals. All right, so Inovio has a pretty crazy past. I'm not sure exactly what happened back here, but at some point in its history, it hit $180. Again, I don't know exactly. It was probably, they are a vaccine company, so whatever pandemic, whatever large-scale sickness happened to come around back then, I assume there was something similar going on back then to today, but today it's obviously on a far greater scale because the entire global economy is halted. Okay, so the big reason that I think it will hit $30 is because that is a significant high that it set back in 2004. Okay, so 2004 again was a very long time ago. It is kind of hard to use that as resistance, but it is now in an area where it's at right now, and it did spend a lot of time around the $20 mark. Again, $20, pretty solid psychological number. It's a great sign that it's sitting at $21.50 right now, so it's broken that psychological even. And then the next psychological even is a kind of 25, but primarily 30. So I do think with all the momentum, again, you guys, fundamentals drive this market. I think with all the fundamental momentum and the actual progress they're making, and this direct line of funding, like, there are a lot of stars aligning both from a fundamental and technical perspective in my eyes for Inovio, and I definitely wouldn't be surprised at all to see it hit $30, okay? And when you think about that, that's an extra, that's kind of an extra 50% up for it to hit $30, but it's not quite 50%, like 35, 45, 50%-ish. So it's a significant move up still, but again, Inovio, is, sorry I say it again, but I have mentioned this a lot. Inovio is only sitting right now at a $3.4 billion valuation. For comparison, Moderna is at just under like a $25 billion valuation. So Inovio, in the grand scheme of things, is still a very small company. And again, it's very promising that they now have ties with the government, direct line of funding from the Department of Defense. So again, I think I'm very bullish on Inovio. I've been bullish on their tech, been following them for a long time, been invested in them for a long time. And again, I'm very happy to see them making tangible progress, releasing great news, getting these deals done, really like making things happen. They're actually making progress, okay? So they definitely deserve this price action. This is well-warranted price action. I expect Inovio personally to hit $30 by early July. All right, so I will say that, you guys, if you do happen to want to know exactly which positions I have open on Inovio, I know the stock was up 40% today, but I actually swing trade options. So my call options today were up around 200%. Okay, so options, they're a dangerous game, but if you play them correctly and if you do, there is always some luck involved. Again, we expected to move up in Inovio, but the news was obviously the catalyst for this move up. It paid off, almost like tripled my position in one day, okay? And I expect it to grow even more. But if you guys do want to know exactly which positions I have on Inovio, Novavax, and Moderna, and some of the other players in this space, you guys can check out my complete portfolio and daily newsletter. First link down in the description. It's exactly as it states. It's a complete breakdown of every call option, put option, stock position, even cryptocurrency in my portfolio. Along with that, I send out a newsletter every trading day that covers my just me rationalizing through my trades. Again, I'm a swing trader, so some days I'll only make 1 or 2 trades, all right? But it's just me rationalizing my thoughts, giving you guys an insight into how I trade personally. Obviously not investment advice, but it just gives you guys an insight to how I trade in case you guys want to see how I do it for myself, all right? And along with that, I just let you guys know what I'm thinking about the general market. It's more real-time updates for me because I do upload these later in the day. I live in Hawaii, so it makes it difficult to send out real-time news in terms of a video, all right? But I can just shoot an email out to you guys as soon as I wake up, to be honest. All right, so we will call it there, guys. I appreciate you watching. Please drop a comment down below if you have any questions or you had a solid position and you're just stoked on some of the gains you saw today. And always remember, you guys, if you did see gains, always take a little profits off the top. I personally took a little bit of profits on the top. I'm still maintaining my position because I believe Inovio will climb higher. But it's always just good risk management. It is a responsible move to take a little bit of profits off the top here and there. And it just makes you feel like a responsible trader, all right? So don't be afraid to take profits, you guys, even if you think it's going to climb higher like I do. Just be responsible, be smart, take some profits. Enjoy a successful trade. All right, so we'll call it there, guys. Again, drop a comment in regard to anything we just talked about. Always love talking with you guys. Always love learning from you guys. And I will catch you guys next time. Until then, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace. All right, bye, guys.